What's going on, everybody? Tyler back here with you, and we got something special today. We are going to be working on the second installment of the Expanding Your Fretboard series. So, what we are doing today is we are going to be talking about the Dorian Mode. This is probably my favorite mode. I use this mode constantly. I use it for soloing. I use it for creating interesting bass lines that I like to play. Something about the arrangement of half steps and whole steps when you're using the Dorian scale just really resonates with me. So we're going to spend some time on that today. If you went through the last series, Unlock Your Fretboard, then you know the shape that we're working with. This is where things really get cool. So the shape that we were working with, if you played it as it was, then you're in Ionian or playing the major scale the whole time. But now, what we're going to do is we're going to shift things back. So, if this is C Ionian, remember our second shape that I just came down right there. So, if we went over that shape and we started that shape with our middle finger, that's considered D Dorian. Now, so that our ears don't get so used to us hearing C Ionian, D Dorian, we're going to change the harmony. We're going to take that D Dorian shape, starting with our middle finger. We're going to move that back to C. Play C Dorian now. So, the differences between C Ionian and C Dorian is now we're introducing a flat 3 instead of the major 3. And we're going to be having a flat 7 instead of a major 7. Those are the two changes that we're making. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is so much in context. This is really going to be great for giving you some new creative ways to create bass lines. It's going to help you with your solos. It's to me, it's got a real funky sound, going from the I like to use Dorian in conjunction with other modes. However, today we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to be isolating Dorian and hearing that sound. So, what's cool about the pattern I showed you is because it's all linear, and now that we're starting on the second shape, you can go to the third shape just like normal. So, what the third shape was in C Ionian would be, now we're going to change that to D, is going to be that's the Phrygian shape, but we're going to play that on D now. Same thing. So try not to focus on that. Just know that if you take the shape that we learned in Unlocking Your Fretboard series, which started like this, and went all the way up the fretboard, we're taking that down a whole step, starting the second shape on the C, and we're going to play that pattern all the way up. It sounds like this. So now, we didn't learn anything new. All we did was we took what we already knew and we shifted it back a whole step, and now we're playing C Dorian all the way up the fretboard without any extra work. So all that work that we put in up front really is starting to pay off. So that's what I get excited about. So now let's play around with that drone that we were using last week. I've decided obviously to keep the reverb on my bass, and I've got the same drone. Didn't really want to put us in a box of me. I know I said maybe we would do something funky with Dorian. I didn't want to put the virtual drummer in here and make a synth sound, because Dorian is not limited to just funk. Just I resonate playing funk in Dorian, but it's not really fair for me to say that I play Dorian funk, because I use a modal mixture. So literally I'm using a combination of major, dominant mode, which is Mixolydian, Dorian mode. But that's exactly why we're not going to get into that today. We're just going to hear Dorian with the drone. Let's check it out. Playing it really safe right now. So you can see what I'm doing right now is I'm basically just outlining the 7 shapes with the position moved back a whole step. So there's really not a whole lot to it other than that. You're going to spend some time with the drone. You're going to hear this Dorian mode. If you and right there, you're not hearing the Dorian mode. That's just a major scale. If you want to play with the Dorian mode, you've got to introduce that natural 6 relative to the minor 3rd. So if you're not here, at least from that you can get Dorian. That could only be Dorian. Dorian mode. You didn't do anything. All you did was take the shape that we already knew, we took it back a whole step, and now you're playing in Dorian. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing for the rest of this series, is shifting that one pattern back. That one's tough. Phrygian's tough. Especially C Phrygian. It's just not comfortable to play. I don't play in C Phrygian usually. I actually, we might skip that one. It's really just, you won't play in Phrygian. We'll go to Lydian next. We're skipping Phrygian. If you want to hear Phrygian, go somewhere else. No one likes Phrygian. Alright guys, work with your drone. Don't forget to scoot that pattern back a whole step, play in Dorian. It's going to be a lot of fun learning how to play in the Dorian mode. So good luck with that. See you next time.